Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm gonna be reacting to One Piece, chapter 1168. But first, let's talk about 1167. So first, Fisher Tiger. So I watched a Tekken 101 video that was like, the Fisher Tiger paradox. And basically what it's about is like, did Fisher Tiger actually climb the red line, or was that just, a lie to cover up that he was a slave? So, what we're seeing here, this chapter, is this all there is to it? Like, this is, the only time he was in Marijua, and he was trying to escape. Then Shanks got to him and destroyed the cuffs. So then, in that moment, uh, Fisher Tiger went and liberated a lot more slaves, which is when the Boa sisters uh, got freed as well. So that was, just all in one. Therefore, he did not climb the red line. But um, I think from like a scene in the Fishman Island flashback, when he arrives, and then he goes and tells Otohime and Neptune, like, he confesses that he was a slave. And I think he says, right, like, it doesn't feel right just, having done just that by myself. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna free more slaves. I think that's what he said, but don't quote me on that. Uh, so I think what happened is that, Fisher Tiger being a slave, that happened before what we see this chapter. And then he got freed by himself somehow. Then he went back to Fishman Island. He talked to Otohime and King Neptune. Then, shortly after that, he went to Marijua again. That's when he climbed the red line. But from what we see here, he got caught and, well, became a slave for a little bit again. And then it seems like he got lucky and Shanks helped him out. And that's when he freed a lot of slaves here. I think that's what could be it, but it is a little confusing. I've also seen people theorize that, like, oh, the twins, they were doing a switcheroo, and like that's too confusing, and just I don't know how I feel about, like, also, yeah, I don't think it would make sense. Basically, like, the Shanks we know in the present is not the one that was raised by the Roger Pirates. We just, yeah. So I'm acknowledging it, but I'm just gonna, like, put it to the side because I'm not a fan of it. Okay, so yeah. Last time I thought that just Shanks saying stuff like, I hated everything down there. Like, I find it sad found it sad. I mean, I still do, but what I mean is that sad that he had to say that, to fit in. But you could see it did pain him to get those words out. But all, it was all to like, uh, for his plan and to help as many people as he could without being caught. But I also think there's more to it than that now, having spoken to some people about it, and yeah, I think there's a, I don't know if it's a small part, but there is a part of Shanks that I feel like by him saying that, like, oh, I hated everything down there, it's Shanks trying to convince himself that that is indeed true. Because you gotta have into perspective, which I did not have in mind the last time, that, after Roger's execution, for one, he lost, like, his biggest and most precious parental figure. Then the Roger pirates got disbanded, so his family just got scattered across the world. And he was, there with Buggy in Logtown. And then he tells not Luffy, Buggy, you know, I don't feel like going for the One Piece right now. Let's just hang out for a while and we'll see where that takes us. And he gets rejected. So he ends up all alone after being surrounded by family his whole life. So I think him being here and going to Marijoa and trying to be part of the Holy Knights, it's a very unhealthy coping mechanism, and like I think he might have developed like a fear of abandonment. So he's like, I'll just take right now anyone who wants to take me, I just want a place that I feel like I belong. Yeah, I'll take anywhere right now. So he was just desperate to be part of something. Even if it wasn't, even if it was never gonna work. If there was never any genuine love. And these were just people that he could never agree with what they do or say. So, yeah. So, a very unhealthy way of dealing, or, dealing with his trauma, and at the same time, probably having a, calculated plan of what to do. Because he was definitely not okay with doing what he's told to do and think. Yeah, super interesting for Shanks. And I still want to know what he thought of Shamrock. Because, yeah, like I said, it was really just a throw of dice that it was Shamrock who stayed in the Holy Land since he was a baby, but it could have been either of them. So, yeah, also that look that Harald gives him. I feel like he might see in Shanks like what he was going through after Rox died, you know? Like, yeah, I'm hating this and I feel guilty for being a part of all this, but I gotta continue it because I I don't see any other route into getting what I want. So yeah, I already said all I wanted to say about Loki and Ida, but oh my god, my heart, I love that. He really loves his mom, huh? He's such a freaking tsundere, but the moment things get real, he has no qualms about expressing how he really feels. I think that's all I want to say. That was a lot, but it needed to be said. Also, oh yeah, Loki saying, that bar's a nice place, a nice chill place for me to hang out. I need it open again. Like that's his own way of basically saying, uh, you've made a safe place for me that I can just be myself and feel accepted. And I really wanna be there again with you in his own brat way. Oh man, he's really such a tsundere. Okay, 1168. Titled "The Snows of Elbaf." Okay. Oh, the cover page has Hachi. A family of sheep needing Hachan 6 gloves. Alright. That same year, 15 years ago around the world. They're saying those giants in the Navy played a crucial role once again. That's so great to hear. I used to think they were scary. Now I wish I could meet one someday. Well, the public perception of them started to change. Is there any way to get more shipped here? Folks can't get enough of that Elbaf seafood. Yeah, I bet. Good Elbaf cheddar, this quality stuff. Too bad it's so hard to ship. Sold. Why does this character design seem familiar to me? I want to say it's like Pink Bird or like Peach Bird, but I don't know. Elbaf New World. And once our dream of being part of the world government comes true, our Harald, King Harald, I think that we should build a cruise ship so that we can travel freely to our fellow nations. To the rest of the world, we're just a very curious minority. There are so many different peoples in so many different countries. They each have cultures worthy of respect, and as we come into contact with them, Elbaf will gain more friends and more wisdom, says a tool of the world government. We're almost there, my countrymen. Our future is bright. Guess the war business is dead. I will see it through, Ida. Oh my god. Where is she? How is she doing? The walrus is cool. This is thanks to you, Sol. A lot more healthy kids singing sorts. A lot more healthy and kids? Okay. Singing sorts. That is she. Oh. Sorry. Give me a second. Sorry if you had your volume loud there. Don't it scare you thinking about what you're losing, Harold? I no longer think of military might as our national strength. Ida taught me everything I know. The fact that I met her is my lifelong treasure. She's already dead? We didn't even see her die? Oda, when I get you, Oda. Okay, a little short flashback within the flashback. Hey Harold, you've really changed. When I first came here, I was terrified of all the civil wars, but you've changed this country bit by bit. Children studying hard and bright and cheerful laughter. It's like a different country completely. She's not gonna say anything about the methods that were taken to get there. Old practices, strange customs. We ought to throw out all of the bad habits of our warrior past. Really? But I like warrior's pride. I think it's cool. You ought to treasure your culture. Mm, not everything about it was inherently wrong. Well, what about the fact that you and I weren't allowed to marry? I've never gotten over that. Ha ha ha. You told them you wanted to make me your true wife, didn't you? That's so sweet of you. You're my big sweetie. What about Loki? He'll be Heidelberg's little brother. How's that? To me, that's what he's always been. Ha ha ha. This is, yeah. If only Heidelberg would let him. Just hearing that from you will keep me fed for months. But really, I don't mind. You're everyone's King Harold, not just mine. Oh, Eva, you're too kind. We're almost there, aren't we? That's right, Ida. Very soon, we'll be connected to the rest of the world, and our world will grow to be millions of times larger than before. Then we'll do what we used to do and go traveling all over. That sounds fantastic. I can't wait. Neither can I. Oh, her hand falling from his. Oh. Oh, he left, covering his face. Oh, Hayden. Oh my god, Loki's in a cell. He doesn't even get to it by his mom's bedside as she dies? What the hell? Oh, the last two panels of this page. Oh man. Challenge of not crying every time Loki is in a chapter of this backstory. Failed. Ah, this is so unfair. "14 years ago, Sacred Marija. Shanks has gone missing. Oh? 14 years ago. Um, Let me just do my math real quick. When did he meet Luffy? It was like 12 years ago? I think so. He met him when he was like 8, right? So maybe it's like 9 years ago? Shit. Yes, and once his current mission was complete, he was on track to be made a full-fledged knight. As his backup, this means you have a golden opportunity. Will you take it? Of course, I want to join the Knights of God. It means that Elbaf will be allowed to join the government. Oh, you damn fool. Oh, he's actually walking with the Gorose. Congratulations, the Great One trusts you. What a long haul it's been. And now you will be known as the king who's changed Elbaf's history forever. Actually, man, I was hoping we'd get to see when Shanks actually left Marijoa. But okay, I'm sure we'll get to see it eventually. That feels like a really big moment in his life. On the day that Elbaf is entered into the world government, I plan to abdicate the throne. Someone younger and pure deserves to be your new king. That is for Mu to decide. Oh, there's Imu sitting in the throne. Why is someone sitting on the empty throne? Understandable reaction. Come closer. I have been watching thee, Harald. Ah! What happened? Okay, we're just keeping it a secret, huh? This strength. Okay, he had the second form of the tattoo. Oh man, I forgot the names. Let me check last chapter real quick. I'm guessing he has now the Depth's Covenant, but I'm not sure. Okay. It's rippling through me. It's almost frightening. And now he's immortal. Okay. I mean, clearly not, right? Because he died. So yeah, he had the same type of regeneration as the rest of the Holy Knights. How was he killed? I don't think. Well, I guess we'll have to see. Because we don't know. We do know that Shanks and Gavin arrive at some point. But apparently Loki's the one who killed them, so how did he do it? It shows the spine. He's more than a monster. At this point, he's a weapon. Yeah, what they almost wanted out of him. Now at long last. Oh, sorry, this is Emu. Now at long last, thou art an undying knight in service to Mu. Undying? It still doesn't feel real. Thou wilt create an abyss on Elbaf. That will be thy bond to us. Oh, that's gotta be the one where Gunko and Shamrock came through. And when thou hast completed thy final duty after that, let's have a toast! Thy wish will be granted. Elbaf will be welcomed among the world government's member nations. Well, that sounds like a load of bullshit, but yeah. Welcome home, King Harald. Orust Castle. Huh? What did you just say? Oh, great Emu. Use thy entire country to form an army of warriors. Yep. Thou wilt build a giant fleet to rival the navy and act for the benefit of the world. That is thy... Wait, no, stop. I have been doing all of this to help Elbaf escape the cycle of fighting. You utter fool! You should have seen this coming! You really thought that we're gonna keep the word? Of course I have always intended to allow those who wish to enlist in the Navy to do so, but not like this. Who's His Majesty talking to in there? Thou saidst history would be atoned for. Thou said thou would be a slave. Yes, but only myself. History is not so light that it can be shouldered by thee alone. Do not speak back. Thou cannot disobey me, Mu. Shit. History is not so light that it can be shouldered by you alone, huh? I mean, that is true, but the person that is saying that definitely feels very hypocritical. Those who have accepted the depth's covenant are given immortality and strength, but must obey orders in return. Huh? Think what thou wilt. I will have my way. I can't stop. I'm being controlled, and Elbeth with me. There was never any intent to bring us into the circle of the world. Damn you, Emu! Or not, now we're seeing the ins and outs of how this happened. Guards, to arms! Were you planning to make the worst of Elbaf your slaves? What is it, your majesty? Is someone in here? Bring chains, tie me to the pillar. Huh? Act quickly! Call Chief Gerald and my sons. I'm pretty sure Hiradin is out at sea right now, and Prince Loki is still in a cell for that thing he did. I cannot resist. What's the matter, your majesty? Just release him. Didn't we see Loki come out of a ship? When this was happening, right at the very beginning when this backstory happened. But here, Harald is saying he was in a cell. But I don't think he was in a cell in a ship. I don't know. I'm a little confused. Underworld holding cells. You're freed, Loki. I guess I just assumed it was a ship. But maybe not? I'm gonna have to check later. I don't remember the chapter. Report to Aur's castle immediately. The king calls for you. Gerald's house. Urgently? Just a moment. What could it be? But now let us return to the story. On this day, there was a terrible massacre inside the castle, and the most beloved ruler in the history of Elbaf, Wise King Harald, perished. Okay? We're going back to where this started. Fair enough. Really good chapter. Not much else to say about it right now, though. Big focus on Harald, of course. I mean, this is... We're gonna be leading into his death. I'm guessing we're finally gonna see the moment itself next chapter, hopefully. I just know that it has the potential to really hit emotionally because of Loki's reaction. Also, I was wondering, like, you know, when did Loki and Lola almost getting married, or at the very least him proposing to her, you know, when exactly did it happen? And I'm gonna guess that it must have happened after Harald died, because I feel like that's something we would have seen before this. So I'm still waiting for that. But yeah, just a lot of this chapter I'm just like, oh Harald. Oh, you naive fool. But yeah, that page when we see Loki in his cell as Ida is dying. Oh, that broke my heart. He must have been put in the cell because of the ruckus he caused. at the end of 1167. But that's such, oh, that's such bullshit that he got basically jailed for, you know, going off on that guy because he poisoned Ida. But Harald, has like, oh, if you're violent, you gotta be put into a cell, no matter the reason. So I'm definitely annoyed at him. How fucking dare he not allowed to see Loki witness his mom's last moments. I'm so upset at that. Man, just another one on the list of things that make me sad about Loki. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it from me now. Although, actually, it is kind of crazy that once you get the depth covenant, like Imu can just control your body anytime. Like that's kind of crazy. Like I did, yeah, because we knew that Imu used dummy reversing on Harald, but this is new. So any Holy Knight with the Depths Covenant and above, Imu can just puppeteer them. Ooh. And another Doflamingo parallel right there. But yeah, that's scary. But yeah, just a lot of like, man, Harald, you really trusted the devil and made a pact with them. I don't know what to tell you, brother. But yeah, now it's gonna be it. So, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.